And we welcome you to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School tonight. Video Productions presents the season premiere of girls high school basketball. It's the Princeton Tigers. They are 3-0, taking on the Beckley Flying Eagles. They are 1-0. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. Well, Eric, the other night, Tuesday, we started our season premiere with boys high school basketball. It was Beckley and Greenbrier East at the Raleigh County Convention Center. Greenbrier East won that on a last-second shot with 4 seconds to go, 58-56. If we have anything like that tonight, we're in for a treat because, as I mentioned, Princeton 3-0 and Beckley 1-0.
Yeah, Princeton looks like they have a nice squad, man, coming in to the night. But, you know, it's just like you said, Maris. Anytime you get Greenbrier East, Beckley, Princeton, Beckley, the old rivals, it brings out the best in both teams, and I'm anxious to see how they handle, how Beckley with this younger team handles this Princeton team. Well,
both of these teams have veteran head coaches. Of course, Eric, you and I, we go way back with Brian Neighbors, and, you know, we've known him throughout the years, back in his playing days, and, of course, we know him outside of basketball. And then, of course, Matt Smith at Princeton, and the thing about Matt Smith, he reminds me all the time that his senior year, how Princeton beat Beckley when he missed a shot at the Raleigh County Convention Center on a drive-in. Daniel Jones,
or
Daniel Reed. Daniel Reed was his name, tipped it in for Princeton, and they knocked Beckley out of the sectional tournament. And he brings that up every time, but he's a great coach and known him for over 20-some years, and he's done a fine job with the Princeton program.
Yeah, that's things you just don't forget, you know. I might forget a lot of things, you know, in life, but anything with sports, I pretty much can be spot on in my recollection, you know.
Yeah, especially when you lived at something like that, as we welcome you into the Win the World pregame show. And then we take a look, Eric, both coaches told me pretty much the same thing. And at this juncture of the season, which this is only, as we talked about, Beckley's second game, Princeton's fourth game, the defense is way ahead of the offense. And we take a look at Princeton. They beat Capital 51-33. They beat Nitro 60-44, and they beat Shady 57-24. So obviously 2 of the 3 games they held their opponent less than 40 points.
Yeah, and you know, I think defense needs to turn into offense, because if you look at the Princeton scores, as you stated, where they hit 60 once.
Yeah, they got 60. 57 and 51 points.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you can score 55 to 60 and hold your opponent, as they have, to under 50 points, that's a recipe for victory.
Yeah, Natalie Rose is their leading scorer, comes in at 17 points a game. They have 2 other girls right on the brink of double figures, Eric. They have, which is Abby McCade at 9 points a game, and Abby Honaker at 8 points a game. So they have 3 capable scorers on their team.
Yeah, and the other 2 scorers are knocking right on the double figures door. And anytime you can get that production out of 3 players, that's a tough team to beat. And on the flip side, you know what you get with Zoe Williams, as you'll probably give what she had in the first game.
Right. Beckley went on the road, beat Logan 53-36. And Eric, you and I know, I don't care if you go to Logan, you beat him in anything. That's a quality win. But Zoe Williams led the way, 23 points and 5 rebounds. But here, Eric, is I'm really impressed. Carson Gunner, 10 points, 9 rebounds, a rebound away from a double-double. Alana Ellis, 8 points, 12 rebounds, just 2 points away from a double-double. So right there between Gunner and Ellis, 2 girls that they could have had double-doubles, and then Donya Burton chipped in with 7 points and 6 steals.
Yeah, and that's the X factor, I think, for this Flying Eagle team, Maris. I think Donya Burton, we've always talked about her talent over the 4 years she's been here. She's not really, I won't say lived up to it, because she's so sporadic. If she can hone in on the season, she could be an X factor with the way she can play defense and turn steals into layups.
Yeah, both teams still going through the warm-ups. Of course, we're starting a little late tonight because the JV game ran late, and Beckley won in spectacular fashion with 2 seconds left. They put an offensive rebound on a missed free throw to win by 1 point. By the way, those stats courtesy of Maddie Belcher, who's to my right helping us out on the broadcast here. All right, we'll take our first pregame break here in the Win the World pregame show. We'll get you ready here in about 10 or 12 minutes. It'll be Princeton 3-0 taking on Beckley 1-0, streaming live here on Video Productions.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford, home of the Big John deals.
We welcome you back into the Window World pregame show. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your house, you want to contact Luke Richmond, the broker, or Steve Morgan, the associate broker, you can check them out on the website at exitelevationwv.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Edward Jones. Edward Jones is your financial advisors, and they have 4 great financial advisors in the Beckley market: Ben Worley, Heather Cantley, Tracy Houck, and Brooke Dempsey. They will help prosper you for you and your finances into your future as you decide to retire. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets, and you can dial them up at 304-252-2917. They're a proud sponsor of local sports. And last but certainly not least, Leisure Lane, Johnstown Road in Beckley, where they're planning on a big night, as they always do, on New Year's Eve with their Rocket New Year's Eve futuristic bowling. They still have lanes available. You can dial them up at 304-253-7328. Well, Eric, we had to wait a little bit longer for this one as we're going to get started. Looks to be about 45 minutes late, and actually the JV game started late. It didn't start till 5:45, and it went all the way to the wire, and Beckley able to pull it out in the final 2 seconds.
Yeah, and it was exciting last 2 minutes of that contest, man, and I think the varsity game will shape up just the same. I think both of these teams will go at it, man. I'm anxious to see what the rosters look like.
And, you know, Eric, in talking to both coaches, and, of course, like I said, the 4th game for Princeton and only the 2nd game for Beckley, this might be one of these type of games where points are going to be hard to come by because, you know, right now both teams are leaning on their defense. Coach Neighbors thinks, and I do too, as time goes on, they're going to get more contribution from more people to put the ball in the basket. But right now, it's on the defensive end of the court. And Coach Smith of Princeton said the same thing. Defense. So it might be the first team to 40 tonight that wins this varsity game.
And the thing is with coaches, I think more coaches are more satisfied with that. You want defense. You know, sometimes if you can hold the opponent down, you can manufacture some offense, you know, with steals and such like that. But I think both teams would rather for the defense to be ahead at this juncture in the season. And
not only that, you know, you can turn your defense into offense. You can have steals, and maybe that would allow you to get easy baskets and get wide open looks.
And that's the thing. Transition. I think and you touched on it with both coaches. I think whoever wins the transition game, might have the upper hand tonight.
Well, both teams have gone through the warm-ups and ran off the court, so it'll be a great time for us to take a break as we get you ready for 3-0 Princeton against 1-0 Beckley coming up soon here on Video Productions.
Merry Christmas, 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 Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas from Faith Clinic.
Merry Christmas, 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 Merry Christmas.
From our Access Health family to yours, Merry Christmas.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
Hey, grab me one too.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in Southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
Welcome back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We also have Maddie Belcher on stats, the heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. You can check them out online at United Coal Company on their Facebook page and talk about all the great things, and you'll see all the great things they're doing in the community to make life better. That is Infinity Coal. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. They have all your Italian dishes plus sandwiches, salads, and seafood. They have catering and private parties available as well. You can book your next event by calling Pasquale's at 304-255-5253. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Need me an ice-cold Pepsi, Eric, whether it's a blue can of Pepsi, a silver can of Diet Pepsi, or the black can of Pepsi Zero. You want the nice, crisp taste of an ice-cold Pepsi. And also the game tonight brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's provides superior and professional work. You can dial them up at 304-253-HELP. Of course, Eric, that's always an easy number to remember, especially the end of it, HELP, right? 304-253-HELP. In fact, of all the numbers, I don't think nothing's as easy as to remember as that is.
That's definitely an easy one.
All right, got about a minute and a half before we tip the game off. Both teams back out on the floor. Princeton will be wearing orange uniforms tonight. Most of the time, Eric, they've always wore blue on the road, and they're breaking out the new orange uniforms. Beckley in their traditional whites, and both teams going through their final warm-ups, and the game's going to get started a little late, but better late than never.
Better late than never, and I think we're in for a good one, Maris. I'm really excited for this season for both of these teams.
Well, we'll be back. We'll give you the starting lineups and have the opening tip of this game between Princeton 3-0, Beckley 1-0 on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Chevy, where they are right.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
We welcome you back into Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School, getting you ready for undefeated Princeton 3-0 against undefeated Beckley 1-0. Princeton coached by Matt Smith. And, Eric, you have the starting lineup.
Yeah, they'll go this way, Maris. Princeton will go with Tyler Burks, Abby Honaker, Kylie Jackson, Natalie Rose, and Addie McCabe.
For the Lady Flying Eagles under head coach Brian Neighbors, this is how they'll go. They'll go with Avalon Lynch, and they'll go with Donna Burton. Zoe Williams, the team's leading scorer, got 23 the other night against Logan. Alana Ellis and Carson Gunner. So, you got some experience there, Eric, because Alana Ellis, a senior, and also a senior in Donya Burton. And, you look at Gunner, even though she's a junior, she's played a lot. And Zoe Williams, the sophomore, but started and played in every game and played a lot of minutes last year. So even though she's talking about Zoe Williams, just a sophomore, she's played a lot. So they got a lot of experience.
Yeah, a lot of experience. A lot of players got a lot of minutes last year. And even in Avalon Lynch, man, late in the year, she started getting a lot more varsity action.
Right. Of course, we mentioned for Princeton, Natalie Rose is the team's leading scorer at 17 a game. And Addie McCabe right there on the cusp of double figures, Eric, as we talked about, with 9. And then Abby Honaker with 8. So it'll be interesting as the teams have been introduced, and we are ready to go. This is the home opener for Beckley. Like I said, Beckley beat Logan on Saturday down at Logan, 53-36. Princeton, three victories have come over Capital, 51-33. Nitro, 60-44. And Shady, 57-24. So we're ready to go. The opening tip of the ball game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. You're in good hands with State Farm, and you're in good hands with Scotty Brown as your State Farm agent located in Shady Spring, West Virginia. You can dial him up at 681-238-6130. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, everybody's ready, and Eric, we are ready to finally get our girls high school portion of our schedule underway here on Video Productions tonight. The tip's in the air, and Beckley will control it, going to the basket to our right. Looks like maybe new uniforms for Beckley as well as Princeton comes out in the zone. Is Ellis in the low post?
Got away with a little travel there.
Yep, and Beckley, I thought that time Burton caught it in the lane. I thought she maybe should have shot it. Maybe one pass too much.
One pass too many. She's 4 feet from the basket, shoot the layup. But a way to attack the zone, get it down to Ellis, and they did everything but finish.
Yep. So here's McCabe. We'll bring it up for Princeton. Beckley going to play man-man. McCabe off the dribble, goes hard to the basket, and she'll draw the foul. She'll step up to the line. And really not a bad foul, because if Lynch doesn't foul her, that's going to be a layup. So that'll be 2 shots. As getting the free throw line will be Abby McCabe. McCabe averaging 9 points a game. And the first free throw, it is good, and that's the first point of the ball game. And Princeton takes it with a 1-0 lead.
Make them pay at the free throw line. That's a good sign, especially on the road.
And McCabe, the second free throw, in and out. And the rebound is to Alana Ellis. Here's Burton racing down the floor. Ball kind of got above her head that time. And like I said, she gets going too fast. She had to slow down a little bit. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley.
A bounce pass. It's the lost art, really, nowadays. I mean, you can sneak that through.
And you know, Eric, both coaches talking about the defense, and both teams, I wouldn't say struggled to score, but offense hadn't been, at least early on, hadn't been the biggest thing. That's why I think Princeton in his zone, making Beckley try to score over the zone.
Yeah, you're going to have to score or find the dead spots in the zone. Create some space.
Yeah, and Burton with a nice drive, but she lost it as she's driving to the basket, and the arrow will give it to Princeton. But I like the play. She put the ball on the deck. She attacked the zone, got into the lane, and then she lost the ball.
Yeah, just that's what you have to do. You have to find the creases, but you also have to have cutters in the zone, or you'll never be able to conquer it.
So Beckley in the man-to-man. There's a little short shot on the right baseline. It doesn't go. That shot was put up that time by Jackson, and Beckley comes out of there with it. Burton on the move. And really, Ellis is, your big traveler, not a traveler, but a turnover. But that's not really the play you want if you're Burton, to give the ball to Ellis, because Ellis is trailing the play, but she's a big.
Yeah, and I think she was going, trying to get to her spot in the post right there. You probably kind of surprised her with the pass.
Yeah, because she was a little too far out. Here's off a screen. Here's an 18-footer straight away. Back iron is no good. Jackson, though, gets the rebound from that miss from McCabe. Here in the near corner is a three. It rattles out by Rose, and back the other way is Burton. Burton down the lane with the left hand to the rim. Can't finish, but an offensive rebound by Ellis won't go. And Burton again will get a third opportunity and put it up and in.
At that time, Alana did not give up. Ellis did not give up on the play, and it created another opportunity for Burton.
Here's Jackson with it, way out high. They cut her off. Here's a three ball on the right side. It's an air ball. That three put up by Burks. And here comes Beckley with it with Burton. Trying to get the ball to Zoe Williams. And Princeton did a good job deflecting the pass.
And I think right here where Zoe's at in that zone, she can get it at that high, at the high post and turn, face up, shoot.
There's Lynch, cuts to the basket, has her shot partially blocked, and Princeton able to come out of there with the loose ball. Here's McCabe with it. 2-on-1. McCabe with a nice bounce pass down low, and a nice block by Zoe Williams. Came out of nowhere for the block.
With the offhand, what a great block.
And we got a held ball. The arrow will keep it with Beckley, but that's a nice defensive play. We had two good defensive plays, one on each end of the floor.
Yeah, we see here on the replay, and that is a good block with the offhand by Zoe Williams.
And a nice play by Princeton back on this end as Zoe Williams was trying to go coast to coast.
And as you can see, the coaches said the good cut to the basket by Zoe Williams as she gets on the board with two.
Yeah, it's a nice play, nice out-of-bounds play. As you mentioned, a nice cut right down the lane, and Zoe Williams able to finish. Jackson for 3. That's going to be short. Grazes the rim. The long rebound comes out to Burton. Zoe Williams, left of the lane, off the glass, up and in. And Beckley is on a 6-0 run.
Great assist by Burton right there. That was a great unselfish plays. Hit her right where she could just.
Right in stride.
Right in stride.
Good spacing on the floor. Zoe Williams able to catch, shoot, and score left of the lane. Here's Jackson. Had it for a minute, and Alana Ellis picks up the loose ball.
Yeah, that turnover was created by Carson Gunner, though, getting back.
There's a travel, yep. Yeah. Lynch got to put it on the deck, and Beckley turns it over.
Yeah, sorry I stepped on you right there, but this is on the replay. That is a great assist.
That's a beautiful play.
Good angle.
And nice control for Zoe Williams to catch it, one dribble and able to attack the basket.
Definitely Zoe Williams, she has great body control.
Maddie Belcher keeping stats. She'll let me know, I guess, when I need to know something. She's going to make me be unbelievably smarter tonight. All right, here's Jackson. She'll dial up a 3. That looks short the minute it left her hand. It is, but the long rebound comes right back to her. And you could tell, Eric, when that ball left her hand, it was going to be short.
Yeah, and she's taken 2. She has the green light, but sometimes run your offense a little bit, making it a lot easier. Of course, they got the offensive rebound that time.
Yeah, here's Honaker, and she's in a lot of trouble. Nice hard drive to the basket, and the shot off the glass is too strong by Rose. Back the other way is Burton. Here's Beckley on the attack.
But with Zoe Williams off, this is where you see your offense struggle. I think you may try to get Alana Ellis, in a post-up situation, go a little high-low with her and Gunner.
That might be the situation. You called it, Eric, and there's Ellis, turns around, puts up a tough shot, doesn't go. As you mentioned, Zoe Williams is out of the game. Shiloh Mack into the Beckley lineup.
And I think you'll have to give Zoe Williams breathers during the course of the game because most defense is going to be geared to stop her, and she plays hard on both ends.
As Honaker can't connect, and Beckley comes out of the rebound. And, Eric, we're coming up on 3 minutes, and Princeton's got just one free throw. They don't have a field goal. Shows you how good Beckley's defense has been.
And Princeton's defense is really good, too, as they're displaying it now. And you have to be strong with the basketball, dribbling and your passing because – they keep their hands up, Maris, and keep it in the passing lanes.
Yeah, like I said on top, maybe the first team to 40 might win this game. As the defense has control, there's a Princeton foul.
And I think that one's going to be whistled on Jackson, maybe?
I think so. As the official goes to the scores table, Jackson is whistled for the foul.
Yes.
Zoe Williams will check back into the Beckley lineup. Avalon Lynch will have a seat. Shiloh Mack will put the ball in play. Ball comes to Burton. Burton on the baseline drive. And here's Gunner with it. Well, and she traveled. Yeah. Good Princeton defense.
Pick that pivot up once she turned.
McCabe with really good defense for Princeton. So no question the defenses are way ahead of the offenses.
Well, you're talking about two coaches that know their teams, right?
Right. And early in the season, here's a 3 from the corner. Is not close that time by Burks. And here's Burton with it for Beckley. Zoe Williams lost control of the ball. The ball's loose. Williams able to go back and get it. They get the ball down low to Ellis. Little short shot. Won't go. That was a tough angle, too.
Yeah, tough angle. I think she would have been better off catching, pivoting, trying to go up the other way.
We got a foul. And I'm not sure. I think they called that on Gunner for Beckley, I believe.
Definitely did. And that'll be her first, the team's second.
Yeah, we've had action, just haven't had points, and we've had some turnovers, but both teams have been really stout on defense. And speaking of that, is that a turnover?
Yeah, no, it's going to stay.
It will stay with Princeton.
All 3 Beckley young ladies, the girls just looked at the ball, and it was definitely tipped out on Beckley. I just looked at it go out of bounds.
So McCabe will put it in play for Princeton. Right into the lane, a little short shot. It's swatted by Burton. As that shot was put up by Rose, it got put back. Rose picks it back up, dials up a 3. It won't go. Mack with the rebound for Beckley, and she's fouled as she clears the rebound. And I think that's a frustration foul on Rose. She had her first shot blocked, and then she came up short on a 3 ball.
Yeah, and definitely don't want to pick up a foul, Maris, that far from the basket.
So we're going to have a timeout on the floor with 2:04 left in the opening quarter, a full timeout. Beckley leads 6-1. We'll take a break, be right back here on Video Productions.
take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance.
I said, love me some pig.
Care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Can do it as a
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. If you want a home-cooked meal without cooking it, that's me. I want a home-cooked meal, and I surely don't want to cook. I would go to Cracker Barrel, the old country store. Go to crackerbarrel.com for more details. But, yeah, I always like the home-cooked meal. And heck, no, I don't want to cook it. All right, out of the timeout, Beckley has it.
I don't want you cooking.
No, nobody don't want me cooking. I can defrost anything. Princeton sits back in that zone. Beckley working around trying to find a crease in that zone.
I was going to say, you're going to have to get some high post action.
As Mack shoots over the zone for three, it won't go. Battle for the rebound. Gunner had it, lost it, and here comes Princeton with it. Jackson has it now, and she'll slow it down.
And not a bad-looking shot by Mack right there. You're going to have to make him honor the jump shot a little bit, but you're going to have to get something in that high post.
Yeah, and, if you start making a few of those, as McCabe, kind of an off-balance shot, good defense by Mack as Ellis clears the rebound, and they get her for a jump ball and turns it over to Princeton. But eventually, Eric, if you're Beckley, you're going to have to make a few of those threes over top of the zone.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to. And that wasn't a bad shot selection. Good shot, just didn't knock it down.
As Winfrey checks into the ball game for Princeton, Bristol Winfrey, her first action for the Lady Tigers. And here's Honaker with it out high as we come up on the final minute of quarter number one. And Princeton has only got one free throw, not been able to make a field goal, and it's been tough sledding. Jackson on the drive, left it short. Ellis with a rebound.
And that was the first real good look by Princeton, not able to capitalize.
Burton for three, on its way off the glass and in. I don't know if she called bank, but it doesn't matter. But the ball, that's living well, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I don't think she meant to bank that one in, but high off the glass, and it goes home for Donya Burton.
Perfect angle for the bank.
Yep, here's a near side three. That shot for Princeton doesn't go, put up by Honaker, and we got a foul on the rebound with 26 seconds left here in the quarter.
And I think they're going to whistle that on Burton as we look at this.
Look at his three.
Little pass and get it back. And
that's what I call living well, Eric. Splash off the glass. Jackson will shoot a pair for Princeton, and the first free throw is good. So Princeton's able to get just a couple of free throws. That breaks a 9-0 Beckley run. As also Princeton will dip into its bench, and it'll be Carruthers will check into the ball game for the Lady Tigers. Jackson shoots the back end of the two-shot opportunity. Second free throw is good. She got them both. And maybe last shot time here. But we know with 26 seconds, Eric, a lot of times teams don't hold it for the final shot, but we'll see if Beckley decides to do that.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to pull it out and maybe probably engage offense here at 9.
Working the ball around, trying to find a seam in the zone. Now that they're under 10, you probably think they will hold it for the final shot of the quarter. We're going to have to get a shot up now, down to 3. Burton's going to have to take it. She does on its way and had a good look, and it doesn't go. But that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1, it's Beckley 9 and Princeton 3. We'll take a break, come back with the second quarter here on Video Productions.
Years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Spartan Factory. Spartan Factory has T-shirts, team uniforms, bags, hats, you name it, they have it. They're located in Beckley. You can check out their website at the Spartan Factory, WV.com. 9-3, Beckley leads after the first quarter, Eric, and Beckley turned the ball over 4 times in that first quarter. Princeton turned it over once, but Beckley had a nice little run there. In the first quarter, both teams was led by their defense.
Yeah, defensively, Beckley held Princeton without a field goal, but Princeton fortunately was able to make 3 out of 4 free throws, Maris. But the big thing is they didn't get too deep a hole because Beckley was not able to really capitalize on all the missed shots.
Well, you know, you're so right, Eric. When you look, you go a whole quarter as Princeton did, as you mentioned, without making a field goal, and they're only down 6. So, you know, you think, yeah, Beckley would have a bigger lead if you hold somebody without a field goal for an entire quarter.
Yeah, 2-possession game.
Here's Max. She'll dial up a 3. He's got a good look, but doesn't get the result she wanted. It just grazed the front of the rim, and we've got a held ball, and the arrow will give it to Princeton. But I think if you're Mac, even though she's missed a couple of those, you got to take them. She had a good look.
Not bad looking shots either. I mean, you just got to keep chucking it up until you make one.
So here's Princeton with it, trying to get their first field goal of the game. And here's Jackson with it into the lane. Tough shot. Long rebound comes out, and Burton has it. Burton tacks the basket right of the lane, puts up the shot, can't finish. The rebound is Burton. She puts it back up, and it won't go, as Carruthers will get the rebound for Princeton.
Yeah, 2-point blank misses for Burton, but you like what you saw in transition.
There's a 3 ball that won't go for McCabe, but Princeton with an offensive rebound, and Princeton turns it over. So just not quite a minute into the second quarter, it's definitely been the defense by both teams that has dictated what's going on in this game.
Some poor shooting, but just got to keep getting, got to keep shooting until something falls.
Yeah, and you know, if you're missing good shots, I mean, obviously coaches, they can live with that than if you're just taking really bad shots.
And it's not really been many bad shots by either team.
Right. Becky's got a new player into the ball game. We'll give that as they get Ellis down low. Nice head and shoulder fake. Couldn't get the shot. Zoe Williams had it for a minute. And here comes Princeton out of there with it. New player for Beckley is Mitchell into the game. Carruthers has it for Princeton. Gives it to McCabe, a little runner. Needs a roll and got the roll, and that's Princeton's first field goal at the 6.5-minute mark here of quarter number 2. And Princeton only down by 4. Ball's free. And Beckley able to pick up the loose ball. Burton down the lane to the rim, lays it up. Whoa, heartbreak. That ball was down and just wouldn't stay down.
Yeah, that's three layups that have rimmed out for Burton. And once again, Princeton living right because they only have 1 field goal and only down 4.
Trying to cut into the Beckley lead with this possession. Jackson. A lot of dribbling out there, and Beckley just nowhere to go. McCabe down the lane to the rim, lays it up, won't go. So the rim's been that way on both ends of the floor. Beckley had a couple shots like that. Now Princeton has one where it won't go. And here's Burton in the open floor. Nice spin move, and can't finish with the left hand. That was a beautiful move. And just couldn't able to finish it up. Just a little strong with the left hand.
Yeah, tough luck. Just got to keep at it, though.
That's one thing. Both teams are making it very difficult for the other team to score. Hands everywhere as that time. Mack with a good job knocking the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, and you know what both teams are doing, even in transition, getting back and stopping.
No easy layups.
No easy layups, making it difficult.
As Rose will check back in to the Princeton lineup and Gunner into the Beckley lineup. Rose will dial up a 3. It doesn't go, but the long rebound's to Jackson. She'll try a 3, and it's short, but she rallies in there to get her own rebound. And, I mean, that was a rally. Like, she shot that 3 and then able to go in there and just like tear the rebound away.
Kind of like that old school where you just throw it up
and go get it. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Princeton. But yeah, field goals have been hard to come by here in this first half. And you know, Eric, you kind of expect this too. early in the season. Like I said, it's Princeton's 4th game, Princeton 3-0, and only Beckley's 2nd game. You get the ball down in the low post, tough shot, and that time Zoe Williams able to reject it.
And Zoe Williams does a good job of keeping those hands high and not swatting down.
But she turns it over. 2-on-1, McCabe goes up, and there's Zoe Williams again out of nowhere to get her 3rd block.
Yes, with the offhand too, and that's really a really good job of after the turnover sticking with it. Zoe Williams coming up with the block.
So Tyler Burks checks back in the Princeton lineup. Burton back in, and Beckley just fell asleep. Burks is able to catch, shoot, and score, and all of a sudden, don't look now, Princeton's within 2. But, yeah, Beckley looked like they just had a defensive breakdown on that inbounds play.
Yeah, easy play for Burks to score.
But this zone is giving Beckley fits. Mitchell down the lane and throws it away. So Princeton with an opportunity, Eric, to tie the game or regain the lead. They led one time when it was 1-0. And Beckley's been stuck on 9 for a while. It was 9-1 at one point.
Yeah, and Princeton, it's been all Princeton since then. And
McCabe hard to the basket, right of the lane. Ball is loose, and we got a held ball. The arrow points it to Beckley. But like you said, Eric, no one's really been able to get an easy, uncontested layup.
Yeah,
even when Burton
easy.
or even when Princeton had open layups, it's like it was still being contested. Not really open layups. When they were driving to the basket, it was being contested.
Yeah, hey, both teams, I guess they know where the bread is buttered because they're playing solid defense.
They get the ball in the Gunner in the low post. Nice spin, and she'll draw the foul. That's a nice move by Gunner. I like the way she faked it to the lane and then went to the baseline. The little jump shot there, and she'll draw the foul and get to the line.
I think she lost the contact after she was
well, that's why,
in the act.
That's why she can say she missed the shot because she lost the contact, got hit in the eye.
I didn't see who they whistled that foul on.
We got Maddie Belcher keeping stats. Maddie, did you catch who they called the foul?
Oh, yeah, I see now. Right here on the replay.
I think it was Eric got his contact knocked out. He couldn't see Maddie as Gunner's first free throw is no good. It danced all over the iron as Lynch will check back in. And that's another thing, Eric. The way this game looks like it is being played, it looks like it's going to continue to be played. Free throws are so critical because this is going to come down to probably the team that wins this game going to make 1 or 2 more plays than the other team.
And that's right. And free throws are just that.
Free as Gunner makes 1 of 2, and the lead is 3 for Beckley. And now Beckley's going to extend the pressure. Make Princeton work to get the ball up the floor. And Rose just almost lost it there. Carruthers in the paint. Puts up the shot off the glass, and it goes. Nice play for Carruthers. And Princeton back within 1. Ball's loose. Here's a steal. McCabe goes in and lays it up and in, and Princeton is in front again. They led 1-0. Now they've regained the lead, and Beckley wants a timeout. Timeout on the floor, 3:17 for the half. It's a 1-point Princeton lead at 11-10, and let's see if this is a 30 or a full timeout. And it'll be a 30, so we'll keep it here and let you know that the ball game here tonight is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. And like a good neighbor, or I beg your pardon, you're in good hands with Allstate. Allstate Insurance at Market Road in Beckley. Lori Richmond is the agent. You can dial Lori up at 304-252-8646. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your house, you can check out Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker, and check out their website at exitelevationwv.com. Well, out of the timeout, Eric, Beckley has only scored 1 point. Here we are with 3:17 left in the quarter, and they don't have a field goal in this quarter.
Yeah, and I think it's the, a tale of 2 quarters right now at this point. Seems like offensively, Princeton's starting to get going, and Beckley is going stagnant.
Beckley had a 9-0 run back in the first quarter. Princeton now has an 8-0 run going now here in the second quarter. So out of the timeout, let's see what Beckley cooks up. But this zone is giving a lot of troubles. Beckley throws it away. Here's Rose down the lane, puts the short shot up. It won't go. Got her own rebound, put it back up, and she'll draw the foul and get to the line as Natalie Rose will shoot a pair. And we watch that right there. That turnover allowed Princeton to get out in transition, Eric. And even though, like I said, Rose missed the first one, she was able to hang in there and draw the foul as she's able to try to put it back up and in.
And that one was whistled on Shiloh Mack, and it'll be her first and the team's first.
The free throw is good by Rose.
And Natalie Rose, the leading scorer, the first time getting in the scorers column.
Yep, she entered the night averaging 17 a game. Second free throw on its way, and she made them both. And usually if you're going to average like that, 17, Eric, you normally probably are a pretty good free throw shooter. But thus far, Princeton has outscored Beckley 10-1 here in this second quarter. Burton on the drive, and she loses the ball. Like I said, Beckley just having a hard time with this zone, but good hustle by Burton to come back as she knocks the ball out, and good hustle, but it'll stay with Princeton.
Yeah, good hustle. You can't turn it over like that, like Burton did, trying to dribble into the teeth of the defense, but way not to give up on the play and not give up a transition bucket.
Winfrey checks back into the Princeton lineup. McCabe has it now, drives the baseline. Honaker with it. A little scoop shot, and she'll draw the foul and get to the line. So right now, Princeton is being the more aggressive team, and they're being able to attack Beckley's man-to-man, where Beckley's having a hard time trying to attack that zone by Princeton.
And that was going to be whistled on Carson Gunner. That'll be her second, the team's second.
So Honaker, who will get you 8 a game, will be at the line. She'll shoot a pair. First free throw is good. So Princeton now starting to cash in at the line, Eric, and they've opened up their biggest lead at 4. Honaker trying to make it 5.
There's 3 straight free throws,
yep.
Correct?
Second free throw by Honaker is good. She got them both. Biggest lead of the game is right here for Princeton at 5 points. Beckley led by 6 in the first quarter. But Princeton's biggest lead is here at 5. And like I said, this zone has really been a bother for Beckley. Burton down the lane, tacks the rim, lays it up and in with the left hand. Beckley most definitely needed that.
And Donya Burton with 7 early on.
Back the other way. Here's a good look for 3 on its way. Doesn't go. That was a wide open look by Burks. Beckley on a run out. Burton attacks the basket, has the shot blocked by Burks. Nice defensive play. And here comes Princeton. Rose, right of the lane, and able to score on the right baseline. Lead back to 5 for Princeton. Under 2 minutes for the half. And they tie Ellis up, and it'll be a Beckley turnover. They really getting the ball to Ellis really too far out. They got to get her down in the post.
Trail. She's coming on the trail. She's really not ready to receive that pass and trying to get to the post.
So Mack will check back into the game, and Burton will have a seat. Princeton with the momentum here, especially in this quarter, Eric, as Beckley led 9-3 at the end of 1. But Princeton's had a really good quarter here with his 5-point advantage.
Yeah.
And Avalon Lynch with the steal.
14-point quarter so far for Princeton.
And possession arrow will give the ball to Beckley. Princeton comes in 3-0. They beat Capital, Nitro, and Shady. Beckley, their lone victory is against Logan on Saturday. Beckley 1-0. This is their home opener. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Beckley with 1:29 left here in the first half. The ball comes right to Maddie Belcher. Once in a while, and that hadn't been that long ago, Maddie Belcher was raining threes out on this floor for Beckley.
And I tell you what, the Beckley's offense, you have to step to the ball. You can't be passive.
Zoe Williams, about a 13-footer, rattles it in.
Got to get Zoe going.
Nice looking shot by Zoe Williams. Here's Princeton in the front court. Now looks like Beckley going to play a little bit of zone. McCabe thought about the 3. Rose has no hesitation. She'll fire it up a little strong. Offensive rebound to Princeton.
Yeah, all second chance balls are going to 50-50 balls going to Princeton.
McCabe will dial it up. It won't go, and Zoe Williams clears the rebound for Beckley.
And I think Zoe should just try to go coast to coast here, make something happen.
Tries to get the ball to Ellis in the post. The ball's knocked free, but Beckley able to keep up with it. Zoe Williams pulls up, and she'll draw the foul, but I think
it was on the pass. But
yeah, I think it was on the pass, not in the act of shooting. Yeah, and I think that was the right call. 36.8 seconds left in the half. Burton will check back in, and also Mitchell back in for Beckley.
I didn't see who they whistled that on again.
So, Eric, I said the first team to 40. It might be the first team to 30 of where we're at. Final 30 seconds here in the first half.
Yeah, you're right. First one to 40.
Yeah, and it might be 30. And we may not have nobody get to 40.
That's where you need to get it to Ellis.
And
right
Ellis,
there.
right. That's a nice job. And that's how you attack the zone, as you mentioned, Eric, is Alana Ellis able to step into that shot and knock it down. Beckley cuts Princeton's lead to 1, final 10 seconds of the half. And Princeton throws it away. So with 9.8 left in the half, Beckley with an opportunity to get the final shot, Eric, and take the lead into the locker room as we watch Alana Ellis on that last shot.
Yeah, and the way she caught it, great setup by Zoe Williams on the assist. And right here, if you're Beckley, think about it. You played as bad as you could play in this second quarter, and you have a chance to go in with the lead at halftime.
Ellis has got the defender posted up. They're going to have to go quick. 4 seconds left into the lane, and Mitchell turns it over, and that's how the half will end. At the end of the first half, it's Princeton will take the lead into the locker room with a 17-16 lead. We'll take a break, come back, and get you ready for the Direct Choice halftime show coming up on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, grab me one too.
And we welcome you back here to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We have Maddie Belcher, who is doing stats. The heavy hitter is always Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. Well, it's been a battle of the defenses, Eric, and that's what we talked about on front, and really a tale of two quarters. The first quarter belonged to Beckley after Princeton made a free throw, and they only had 3 free throws in that first quarter. They didn't have a field goal the first quarter. Beckley went on a 9-0 run to go up 9-1 and into the quarter 9-3. But in the second quarter, Princeton flipped the script on Beckley, and Princeton got out to a 5-point lead, but Beckley able to make a nice little rally and cut it to 1, 17-16 at the break. Princeton with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, and you said, like you said, Maris, two different quarters for both teams, and Beckley was able to battle back though. But I think here in the second half, you got to find a way to get Zoe Williams, who I think, just looking, I think she's the best player on the floor. She's got to be more assertive, I think, get going.
Yeah, Beckley has not been able to get easy layups, and neither has Princeton. Like I said, I know it's early in the season, but both coaches said that they knew that their defense was way ahead of their offense, and they make it tough for the opponent to score. And that's a good thing, but on the offensive end of the floor, you've got to be able to put the ball in the basket, and I thought Beckley did leave some points out there, as I thought Princeton also. Princeton had a lot of good looks that they just weren't able to knock them down.
Yeah, a lot of rim outs. Maybe in this third quarter, both teams will get something going offensively, but I really think our offense should run through Zoe Williams for Beckley in the second half.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Eric will go inside the numbers. We'll also have the stats that Maddie's working on as well. We'll do that on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in Southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
Merry Christmas, 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 Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas from Faith Clinic.
Merry Christmas, 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 Merry Christmas.
From our Access Health family to yours, Merry Christmas.
my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
We welcome you back in here to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School here at the Direct Choice Halftime Show. And at the break, Princeton leads this girls contest by 17-16. We're going to go inside the numbers. Inside the numbers are brought to you by Direct Choice, a pre-owned vehicle lot, which is located at 4631 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, West Virginia's best selection and best prices on pre-owned vehicles. Direct Choice proudly supports local sports and student athletes. Also, inside the numbers brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance, located at Market Road in Beckley. Lori Richmond is the agent, and you can dial Lori up at 304-252-8646. You're in good hands with Allstate. Well, we're in good hands with Eric, and you have the numbers. And Eric, it probably won't take you long to give these numbers at a 17-16 game.
A 17-16 contest, as you said. Beckley being led in scoring by Donya Burton with 7, Zoe Williams with 6. Alana Ellis chipped in a big 2 there in the second quarter, and Carson Gunner made one of 2 free throws, the only 2 free throws that Beckley shot to round out the scoring for Beckley for the 16 points. A little more balance for Princeton. They have 17 points. They're being led by Addie McCade, who has 5 points. The leading scorer coming to the game was Natalie Rose. She has 4. Kylie Jackson, 2. Abby Honaker, 2. Tyler Burks, 2, and Carruthers with 2. The difference in the game for the Princeton Tigers is they went to the free throw line 8 times and able to cash in 7.
Yep, and Beckley, as you said, got there, two times and made 1. And now we've got Maddie Belcher. Maddie, you have got some stats for me, and I think I got that. As like you said, Eric, you had given the points also in the first half. Burton, to go along with those 7 points, she had 6 rebounds. Zoe Williams had 2 rebounds. Alana Ellis with 4 rebounds. And Gunnar Carson with 2 rebounds as well. Beckley did a good job there. As far as Princeton is concerned, we have that. You gave the points. Princeton turned the ball over 5 times in the first half. Beckley turned it over 10 times in the first half. And, Maddie, we thank you very much for that. But, 10 turnovers, I'm sure, especially, Brian and Gene Neighbors, of the head coach and assistant coach, both played guards in their high school and college careers, and they're all about the turnovers, maybe the ones that they like to eat, but not turn them over in a basketball game. And they're going to say, 10 turnovers is way too much. Yeah, way too much. Got to protect the ball. And they're not really attacking that zone. I want to see what they draw up here in the second half, because as you stated, the zone is really giving them problems. And Eric, you're talking about Beckley's got 16 points and they got 10 turnovers, so they've just got 6 more points than they do turnovers. And then I guess if you want to be on the positive side, if you're Beckley, you're like, well, you turned the ball over 10 times, but Princeton's only got 17 points. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can look at it either way, but we'll see which offense can figure it out here in the second half. All right, we'll take our final break, come back and get you ready for the second half. And, Eric, like I said, I said the first team to 40. I'm not sure at the pace we're going, we won't get a team to 40. We'll see how it plays out in the second half. Princeton up 1. We'll be right back with the third quarter coming up next here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds. by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford, home of the Big John deals.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School as we're ready to start the second half. A 1-point Princeton lead. Princeton will have first possession. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have Maddie Belcher doing stats, the heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera.
Both teams look like they'll start the second half the way they started the game.
Yeah, and Beckley back in the zone, and the zone really gave Beckley trouble in that first half.
The double dribble?
That is. You're all over, and so is the official as Princeton turns it over. So that's the sixth turnover for Princeton. Beckley committed 10 turnovers in the first half, courtesy of Maddie Belcher. We appreciate that. And Beckley now, Eric, will have a chance to regain the lead on their first possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, and that was a good change of pace right there for Coach Neighbors coming out in a little zone.
Here's Avalon Lynch with it. She's in trouble and finds Burton. But you can see Princeton extending the zone, forcing Beckley further out. And Burton will dial up for three. That's short. You could tell it was short the minute it left her hand. And here's Honaker in the front court for Princeton.
Yeah, and both teams, for future reference, if I'm going to play these two squads later on in the year, you got to play them with some zone.
Down low, a nice power move is up and in. Nice shot that time by McCabe. And Princeton adds to its lead.
And that's 7 points for McCabe.
Alana Ellis gets free and banks it in left of the lane. It's a nice find as Ellis got free and able to catch, shoot, and score. Here's a three. Honaker, a little strong, battle for the rebound. And Burton runs it down and saves it back into Jackson's hands, who whips the pass down low. A beautiful play by Burks, able to finish.
And that's one of those where usually when you save it, you want to throw it in the backcourt.
Yeah, you want to throw it toward your basket, not toward the opponent's basket. As the ball's tipped out of bounds, it will stay with Beckley. But that was a nice play by Princeton and able to get the ball inside to Burks, able to finish for the lead. Beckley led 9-3 at the end of the quarter. Princeton a 1-point lead at the break, 17-16. The lead's 3 now. Here's Burton with it. And coming up on the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Lynch will dial up a three and hit right down the chute for Avalon Lynch, and we're all even at 21 apiece. 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points each, Eric.
But it looks like both teams are a little more aggressive offensively here to start the third quarter.
Well, like we talked about, and I think the same thing for Princeton as well, is there's a turnover that when these teams are playing zone, eventually you're going to have to knock a shot down here or there. Here's Zoe Williams on the baseline. The little short shot won't go. Ball tipped around. Ellis gets the rebound.
Zoe Williams missed the shot but was able to keep it going.
And Williams will put up the baseline shot. It won't go, but she'll draw the foul and get to the line. But you're right, Zoe Williams helped keep that possession alive for Beckley. And now Zoe Williams at the line to shoot 2 to try to see if Beckley can regain the lead here.
And that foul was whistled on Kylie Jackson, and Zoe Williams will step to the free throws line for her first 2 attempts.
And the first free throw is good, and Beckley's regained the lead. So Mack and Mitchell, or beg your pardon, Mack will check in, not Mitchell, I beg your pardon.
I love the way Zoe Williams plays. She lets the game come to her, not forcing a lot, but at some point, you gotta go. You gotta take over.
Second free throw is short. Battle for the rebound. Princeton comes out of there with it with Honaker. Honaker on the drive all the way to the basket, puts it up. It won't go, and Alana Ellis clears the boards. Here's Burton in the open court and a layup, and that's been far and few between. But Beckley able to get a run out, and Burton able to finish with the layup.
And with a sigh of relief from Burton, too, her first layup make.
Rose says right back at you, right down the chute to tie the game from 3. The offense looks like it has picked up a little bit here in the third quarter. Ellis with a beautiful shovel pass to Gunner, and Gunner able to finish. What a great pass that was by Alana Ellis.
Yeah, both teams have made some adjustments, and the offense is flowing a lot better.
Rose dials up a 3. It won't go. Alana Ellis clears the boards. Here's Zoe Williams in the open court. Spot up 3 straight away. Doesn't go. Offensive rebound, and it's going to be a Princeton foul, and that'll get Gunner to the free throw line. Nice job by Carson Gunner as she scored the last basket and comes up big as we watch this last play right here. The 3 doesn't go, but there's Gunner with the offensive rebound, and she'll draw the foul.
And I think that was whistled on, was it on Jackson?
That's the one thing here, the scoreboard here in the high school doesn't put up, it puts up the total fouls, but it doesn't put up the number of the
and I try to catch the ref,
foul. Right.
Signaling. If it was on her, it would be her third foul. I think it was.
Yeah, she's coming out of the game.
Yes.
Yeah, as Carruthers will check in, but Carson Gunther misses the front end of the 2-shot opportunity. So Gunner now is 1 of 3 from the foul line. And a tight game. Like I said, we know how big these free throws are. Gunner set, ready, second free throw on its way, and she missed them both as Rose will clear the rebound for Princeton.
2 of 6.
We got a timeout, a 30-second timeout by Princeton with 4:23 left in the third, and Beckley up 2 at 26-24. Take this time to talk about the great folks at Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel, maybe some chicken and dumplings, maybe the meatloaf, love me some pig. But if you want a home-cooked meal, don't ask me, just ask Cracker Barrel, and they'll take excellent care of you. The fine folks at Cracker Barrel, you can check them out at crackerbarrel.com for all the details. Cracker Barrel, the old country store. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Edward Jones Financial Advisors. Check out Ben Worley, Heather Cantley, Tracy Houck, or Brooke Dempsey. They will help you prosper with your finances moving forward. And tonight's game brought to you in part by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets, and they're a proud sponsor of local sports. You can dial up Hart's at 304-252-2917. Out of the timeout, Eric, Princeton will have it. Beckley leads by 2 with 4:23 left here in quarter number 3.
And you stated it early, in a closely contested game like this, Beckley is 2 of 6 at the free throw line. Princeton 7 of 8, and that can come back to bite you.
Beckley back in his zone. There's a drive, tough shot, and that's going to be deflected. Carruthers throws it back in, and Ellis able to get it. Mack tries to get the ball to Burton, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Yeah, maybe a bounce pass might have been more suited in that situation.
It would have snuck through. It's so much harder to get your hand down in the passing zone.
So Shiloh Mack the inbound for Beckley on the baseline. Gunner in traffic, puts a shot up, and Carruthers was able to reject it. Nice defensive play by Carruthers, and now there's a foul on Beckley.
Yeah, frustration foul on Gunner. If that's on her, this will be her third.
As Mitchell will check back into the Beckley lineup, and Gunner will have a seat.
And it was on her.
Yes. It's like that's a nice defensive play by Carruthers for Princeton. So Princeton with a chance to tie or regain the lead on this possession as Beckley will extend the pressure. Good hustle by Mack to trail the play and knock the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, and textbook the way she trailed it and swung up, not down. And Almost came up with a steal.
So McCabe will put it in play for Princeton. And get it to Rose, back to McCabe.
A lot of contact.
Yep. Here's a shot from the left corner, and it won't go. Battle for the rebound, a lot of contact there. And which way will they call the foul? I think it's going to be a Beckley foul. And it will be. So Burton will get whistled for the Beckley foul.
That'll be Burton's second, team's second of the third quarter.
Honaker has it now. And McCabe will try to reset the offense way out high for Princeton. Around a really hard screen by Carruthers. Carruthers rolls to the basket in traffic. Not able to put up the shot was Carruthers. Carruthers set that hard pick and then rolled to the basket, and then she got caught in traffic.
Yeah, caught in traffic, and the way the pass kind of led her
a little
into
too
traffic.
far,
A
yes.
little too far.
So Princeton not able to score out of that possession. Beckley with the ball and up 2. Here's Zoe Williams with the pass over to Mack. Mack, once again, Carruthers with another rejection.
Yeah, Carruthers erasing anything in the paint.
Yes. Like Marvin Webster back in the day in the NBA, called him the human eraser. That was back in the 70s. Played for the Knicks and the Seattle Supersonics. And Carruthers has been the eraser for Princeton.
Yeah, I mean, contesting anything in the paint.
So it'll be Princeton's ball. We've been stuck on 26-24 for a while, Eric. Down low to Carruthers. Nice give and go. McCabe will attack the basket and draw the foul. That's a nice inbound play. You get the ball in the post, and then you cut to the basket. McCabe gets the return pass and will get to the line. So Addie McCabe will shoot 2.
I think that whistled that one on Williams.
McCabe will try to tie the game for the Tigers. First free throw on its way is good. Beckley led 9-3 at the end of the quarter. Princeton led 17-16 at the break. And if McCabe can hit this, with 2:59 left in the third, we are all even, and she does, and we are. So all even at 26.
See how the Princeton's extending their defense wherever Zoe Williams is.
And it's forcing Beckley way further out to start their offense.
You got to get to the middle. You got to get it to Alana Ellis. And that high post.
And get the ball at Mack. They get down to Zoe Williams in the low post, off the glass, up and in. And
I like the way she creates space with the power dribble.
And that was a good no call. Nice, as you mentioned, a power dribble. Carruthers a really good defender and not able to handle that particular play with Zoe Williams there in the post.
That's some good defense right there.
Honaker on a nice drive, put it up, count if it goes. No, they'll call an illegal pick, I believe. I believe that was an illegal screen.
I think they'll get that on Carruthers. No, 3 seconds.
Oh, 3 seconds. I beg your pardon. Because it definitely wasn't an offensive foul.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Princeton faithful, though, they don't like that one. Coming up on the 2-minute mark of the third quarter, Beckley with the ball and leads by 2.
Well, that's one of those calls you don't see much
anymore. Here's Ellis, and she will throw it. Thought she was going to throw it away, but Mitchell happened to be standing there.
It was off the ricochet.
Yeah. And get the ball to Lon Ellis, and now they call it 3 seconds, and the Princeton coach, Matt Smith, said, well, you're going to call it on one end. You got to call it on the other, right? So Beckley extends the pressure.
So now both teams have been called for it, so you just know it's coming.
Well, maybe everybody's got it out of their system. We won't have it anymore, right? Here's Burks with it. She loses the ball.
That's
and
a
big carry and a Princeton turnover.
That was a good call.
So what number is that for Princeton? 11 Princeton turnovers, as Maddie Belcher informs me. Appreciate Maddie coming here tonight and helping us out. Here's Burton. Zoe Williams on the drive. She lost control of the ball down on the floor. The arrow will keep it with Beckley. As Jackson will check back into the ball game. And also Winfrey back into the game for Princeton.
No team can seem to get that separation.
No.
And now with Carruthers out, I think if you're Beckley, this is the time that you go inside.
Burton will dial it up for 3. It's an air ball. And Princeton comes out of there with it. The ball is knocked free, but Princeton able to maintain possession. Jackson on a drive into the lane. Honaker just inside the three-point line, puts up the shot. Offensive rebound for Princeton. Rose left it short, but Princeton very active on the offensive glass. Rose into the lane, and she can't finish front of the rim, and there's a Princeton foul, and that's an easy call as Winfrey will commit the foul.
Yeah, Bristol Winfrey with the foul, the third of the quarter.
And you know, Eric, I think you'd agree, those are some really good looks that Princeton had. They just couldn't knock the shot down.
Couldn't knock it down, and if you're Beckley right here, you got to try to get something going towards the hoop. I'll state this again. Carruthers is not down there, so no one can really contest your shot.
Here's Mitchell off the drive. It cut her off, and she throws it away. Princeton in the open floor into the lane. McCabe off the glass. It won't go, but Jackson with the offensive rebound and gets the ball to Honaker. Rose will spot up, shoot for the lead. It won't go. It rimmed out. Ball's loose. Princeton has it again. McCabe will dial it up for three. That's an air ball. Once again, Princeton getting some good looks, Eric, just not able to put the ball in the basket.
Not able to cash them in, but if you're Beckley, you got to find a way to stop giving all these second chance shots.
Yeah, second and third chances. So here's Beckley. We'll probably hold it for the final shot as we're the last 17 seconds of quarter number 3. Mack will dial it up for three. It hit. A big three ball that gives Beckley a 5-point lead. The final 7 seconds of quarter number 3.
And just like that, Shiloh Mack has a lot of contact.
And they called a foul. There'll be a foul, and there'll be 2 shots with no time remaining here in the third, and I think that's a good call.
That is a good call. Shiloh Mack pick up her second one, and this is the toughest thing to do, Maris, I think, in basketball, is to shoot. Remember the state tournament last year? We saw a game in. With
Logan and Wyoming East. Of course, with that game in the state tournaments, McCabe makes the first one. If you remember, Eric, the light at the Civic Center lit up red, and the young man from Logan, he went ahead and shot it with the backboard lit up as the second free throw is no good. All right, so we'll go to the fourth quarter. Beckley leads by 4, 31-27. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports. Has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Mid-State Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Mid-State Ford, home of the Big John deals.
And we're headed to the fourth quarter here in Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Maddie Belcher's on stats. Jackie Moon camera. And, of course, the heavy hitter, as always, doing a great job producing and directing. Beckley with a 4-point lead, Eric, as we start the fourth quarter. Princeton will have the first possession.
Yeah, this is the way that quarter went. Both teams heated up that quarter.
Yeah, Beckley led 9-3 at the end of the first quarter. Princeton led 17-16 at the break. Beckley is pulled out to a 4-point lead as we start the fourth quarter. Beckley back in that zone. Here's Jackson, thought about the deep three. Puts it on the deck, gets a little closer and scores. Nice play by Jackson.
And Jackson's first points since the first quarter.
Yeah. Kylie Jackson gets Princeton within 2. Alana Ellis turns around, 15-footer, not close. And the rebound comes to Jackson. Princeton with a chance to tie or regain the lead. Jackson, 17-footer, and left it short. Alana Ellis with the rebound.
I like the way when Alana Ellis gets her hands on the ball, she rebounds it strong. Nice pass.
Yes, beautiful pass by Burton, but Gunner couldn't finish, and then it'll be out of bounds. And that easily could have been a foul on Gunner. That easily could have been her fourth foul.
Yes.
She went over the back of 2 Princeton girls right there.
I actually think that was
it easily could have been a foul,
Yeah.
and Beckley will able to keep the possession as they throw the ball in. And here's Burton out high. Down low, Ellis off the glass, up and in.
Good high-low
Yes.
right there for Beckley.
Nice pass by Gunner and a nice finish by Alana Ellis. Yeah, in this game you got to have a little bit of distance because neither team has really been able to create too much distance separation from the other. Beckley led by 8 back in the first quarter. Led by 5 in the third. The ball's kicked,
Reset the shot clock.
Princeton also led by 5 in the second quarter. Like I said, the biggest lead was when it was 9-1 Beckley in the first quarter, but really outside of that,
Pretty
it's kind of been back and forth. Yeah. Honaker will spot up and shoot a 3. Left it short. Princeton's had some good looks, just not able to make the shot. Here's Zoe Williams in the open floor. Zoe Williams will attack the basket right of the lane and draw the foul.
And I like what she did. She didn't go straight at the defender. She kind of shielded the defender.
Well, you can tell that Zoe Williams is a very Zoe Williams in the open floor. Zoe Williams will attack the basket right of the lane and draw the foul. Of all the travel and AAU and stuff she's done in the summer, and you can tell she's a very solid, very polished player.
And I like how she doesn't force it. She's definitely team-oriented, and Ellis is heating up.
Lana Ellis, her second back-to-back bucket right there. She hit one from 15 feet. And here's a steal by Burton. And Burton is hurt. I'm not sure if she got a cramp. She takes herself off the floor. Princeton back the other way. Zoe Williams gets her 4th block of the game, and now they'll stop play as Burton has come off the court. I didn't see what happened there, Eric, as Burton went for that layup. Here's the replay. There's Ellis making that shot, and Burton got the steal right here when the ball came in.
I think you're spot on. It's a cramp.
Yeah.
She turned that ankle just a tad. Sorry.
But how about, we talk about the offensive play of Zoe Williams, 4 blocks in the game.
Yeah, like I said, she does it all. She fills the stat sheet. She can assist it, shoot it, rebound it.
So they'll sub out, of course, Burton, and they'll bring in Avalon Lynch. 5:49 left here in this 4th quarter. And Beckley's opened up a 6-point lead, and it feels like the way this game has gone, Eric, a 6-point lead at this juncture of the game feels like a big lead.
It is, and especially with possession of the ball. Got to be smart with every possession here from here on out, though.
And working around the horn, here's Zoe Williams on the drive into the lane. They cut her off. Lynch will dial it up for 3. Long rebound, and Mack able to run it down for Beckley.
And it's holding true, and I think you're right, partner. Whoever gets to 40 first.
Here's Mack. She probably should have taken that shot. She throws it away, and here comes Princeton. Yeah, I said first team to 40 would win this game. As we come up on the 5-minute mark here of the 4th quarter. Jackson from downtown, not close. That's out of bounds. And, it looked like Beckley kind of baited her into taking that shot.
Yeah, Jackson has the green light, but you have to understand some situations, and that was just not a good shot.
Yeah, timeout on the floor, 5:06 left 4th quarter. It's a full timeout with Beckley up 6. We'll take it with them, be right back on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School as Eric Thomas, Maris Lowry here, and Eric, it's crunch time here, the last 5:06 of regulation, a 35-29 6-point advantage for Beckley. Beckley has turned the ball over 15 times in this game. Princeton's turned it over 13 times. So it's what we talked about on top. The defenses were way ahead of the offenses, and that's been the case. And now Beckley with the ball, like we said, at this juncture of the game, a 6-point lead seems like a very big lead.
Yeah, and it's going like this, Maris, with the quarters. Only one double-figure scoring quarter for Beckley with 15 points in the third. And there's only and Princeton has had 2 double-figure scoring quarters, 14 in the second and 10 in the third. And what's done them in thus far is only scoring 3 in that first quarter.
Yeah, and as you were talking, Beckley commits turnover number 16. They throw it away. And Princeton with a chance. And now Princeton turns it over. So we talked about the turnovers, and now it's 16 turnovers for Beckley and 14 for Princeton. And with the ball, Beckley, and a 6-point lead, I think this has got to be a really good possession if you're Beckley.
Yeah, got to find something for a pass, but that's the person to get it into.
Max open for 3. It won't go. Battle for the rebound, and that's knocked out of bounds. It's both Zoe Williams and Carson Gunner were there, and Beckley knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Princeton's ball as Burton will check back into the ball game.
And once again, a good look for
Mac. It was, yeah. Yeah, I think if you're Coach Neighbors, you don't mind her shooting that. She had an open look. She just didn't make the shot.
It looks like she's improved her form and the stuff that Beckley gets a turnover here.
And there's Mac picking up the loose ball, and there's a foul on Princeton. And that's only the second team foul, though.
It's going to be whistled on Honaker. And you're right, they're going to have to gamble just a little bit. I mean, it's not desperation time yet, but.
But, Eric, look, the last 2 times as Princeton wants a timeout, Beckley with a 6-point lead had the ball and hadn't been able to score. And that's something that you really need to take advantage of, as they'll take a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's provides superior professional work. You can dial them up at 304-253-HELP, or you can check them out at modleys.com for more details. Well, Eric, coming down the stretch here, 4:25 left here in the fourth quarter. Beckley with the ball. They lead 35-29. And as I mentioned right before we went to that commercial break, Beckley has had, this is their 3rd possession, up 6, and they haven't been able to score.
Yeah, but the thing is with Princeton, every time that Beckley has not scored, they've turned the ball back over to him.
So Beckley being very patient and working around. Burton off the dribble, into the lane, tacks the rim, lays it up. It's short, battle for the rebound, and it's going to be a held ball, and the arrow will keep it with Beckley. So here's a 4th possession, Eric, that Beckley will have up 6, and the previous 3 not able to score.
And you see how Princeton is shading that defense towards Zoe Williams. They're going to make someone else beat them, and I think Alana Ellis could be that person down low.
Zoe Williams will dial up a 3. It won't go. Battle for the rebound. Gunner has it, the putback, and she'll draw the foul and get to the line. But Carson Gunner doing work on the glass, but she has struggled at the free throw line here tonight. And she'll have a chance to shoot a couple more here.
And that was on Rose, Natalie Rose for Princeton. And, yeah, Gunner right now is 1 of 4 from the free throw line.
And these are big ones, could extend the lead to 8 if she can knock them both down. First free throw on its way, and it's good. So as we always say, Eric, sometimes not how many you make, but maybe when you make them.
When you make them, that's right, down the stretch.
Yep, crunch time under the 4-minute mark, 3:58 left here in the fourth quarter. And trying to extend the lead to 8. Second free throw is not good. And 1 of 2, and the lead stays at 7. Rose cuts to the basket on a nice pass from Jackson, but couldn't finish.
So Gunner cleared out real well with that one. That's going to be on Abby Honaker.
And that's the 4th team foul. Beckley has yet to commit a foul here in this fourth quarter. But Princeton's going to have to, being behind like they are, sooner than later probably going to have to start fouling.
And Beckley's going to have to make free throws, and that's where you need to get the ball in the hands of Zoe Williams. And
she turns it over. And Princeton turns it back over. That time just taking her eye off the ball is McCabe. She was up underneath. And Princeton, like you said, they've had multiple chances to get back in the game. They keep turning the ball over.
Yeah, can't get out of their own way.
Here's a steal.
That's 2 back-to-back turnovers by Zoe Williams.
And play getting a little sloppy now. Here's a tough shot on the baseline, but Honaker comes out of it with the rebound. Rose will dial it up for 3. In and out, it won't go. And Burton with the rebound. That was a good look by Rose. She just couldn't get it to go, and that's the 15 foul. And now it's free throw time the rest of the way, Eric, with 3:19 left in the game. It'll be Burton shooting a pair.
Yeah, Donya Burton has had her struggles at the free throw line over the course of her career, so let's see if she can make at least 1 of 2 here to extend the lead.
Yeah, Princeton's only scored 2 points this quarter. It was 31-27 when we started the quarter. They've only scored 2 points.
It's a tale of the bookends for Princeton right now. 3 in the first, 2 in the fourth.
Yep, and like we said on top, talking to both coaches, they felt defense was the strength of their team, and both coaches, and more so what Brian Neighbors, the Beckley coach, had told me in the preseason. He said, Maris, we've got a really good group defensively, but we are struggling to put the ball in the basket. So he was spot on, and Coach Smith said the same thing. You know, their defense has been good. Their offense is not maybe right where they hope it will be. And I think in time, both teams' offenses will be better when we see them, a month from now.
And Donya, and you're exactly right, because offensively you can work on your sets and you can get better, but defense travels, any times.
Burton makes the first one. Second free throw, she left it short, and Rose gets the rebound. But you're right, defense, the ball may not go in the basket for you every night, but you can play good defense every night. 13-footer by Honaker. She left it short, and Princeton just missed a lot of shots. Mack gets the ball to Zoe Williams. Alana Ellis gets the ball back out. Smart play by Beckley. As we're under 3 minutes for the game. Burton whips the pass to Ellis, and Alana Ellis throws it away. Jackson on the move, stops off the glass, won't go, and Ellis gets the rebound for Beckley. And we got a whistle and a foul, and Alana Ellis will now step up to the free throw line.
And I think that was whistled on McCabe. And as you stated, it's bonus time for the Flying Eagles.
So this equals the largest lead of the game for Beckley, 8. They led 9-1, an 8-point advantage back in the first quarter. The lead is 8 now.
Excuse me, Marison. Alana Ellis with a chance to get double figures for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, and she's done a lot of good things. She scored right when they needed to. She's rebounded well. The free throw's no good. And that's one thing the Beckley team has struggled from the line tonight. I mean, they might hang on and win it, but that is an area, obviously, moving forward, I'm sure Coach Neighbors will address, right? Because you got the numbers right there in front of you of what they've shot.
4 of 9.
Yeah. And make it 4 of 10. 40% is not good as the ball's out of bounds over to Princeton. That could have taken it to a double-digit lead, and it stays at 8. Like I said, this equals the largest lead of the game. 2.5 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
4 of 12.
4 of 12. Jackson on the drive, puts up the shot, too strong. Rose with a putback, won't go. Point blank looked, and the ball will stay with Princeton. But Rose had a good look at it, just couldn't finish.
Yeah, they just can't get anything to fall right now. It's like a lid on the bucket for Princeton.
So McCabe will put it in play. Gets the ball to Rose, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Princeton.
Good sportsmanship by Zoe Williams as she tries to help Rose up. And
we got a timeout for Princeton. So while we got a timeout on the floor, we'll take this opportunity to tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Edward Jones. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ben Worley, Heather Cantley, Brooke Dempsey, or Tracy Houck, and they will help you prosper with your finances. They've helped me, and they'll help you as well. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. For all your favorite Italian dishes, you want Pasquale's. They have sandwiches, salads, and seafood. You can dial up Pasquale's at 304-255-5253. All right, so we got 2:27 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Eric. 8-point lead for Beckley. It'll be Princeton's ball. And, you know, even though Princeton's had struggles, especially in this quarter where they've only scored 2 points, they're still not out of it if they can score here and then get some stops.
Yeah, I mean, it's plenty of time, especially the way both teams have tendency to turn it over, but you're running out of possessions.
Yeah, and the way Beckley has struggled at the free throw line because, you know, Princeton's over the limit, and they couldn't get it in. Beckley's defense, and that's –
you hate that right out of the timeout.
And that's, if you watch the Beckley coaching staff, both head coach Brian and assistant coach G. Neighbors, you know, showing a lot of emotion because that's what they pride this team on, defense, and that's what they talked about, how good their defense, and to get that stop like that turnover as there's a Princeton foul.
And that's going to be on Honaker, her third. And we will travel the length of the floor.
Yep, Burton.
Beckley coming in 4 of 12, and Burton 1 of 2.
So Burton 50% tonight from the line. As you stated earlier, Eric, and rightfully so, she's really struggled at the line over her career, and that one wasn't even close. Coach Neighbors just tell her, take your time, bend your knees.
Hey, settle down, bend those knees and get it up.
Burton ready, second free throw on its way. She makes 1 of 2 and gives Beckley their largest lead of the night. 38-29 here in the final 2:20 of the fourth quarter. Honaker on the drive, and she turns it over. But Princeton has not been able to put the ball in the basket in this fourth quarter.
They have not. 2 points in the quarter.
Like you said, bookends had 3 to start the first quarter and only 2 here in the fourth quarter. And if they don't come back and win, that's going to be the biggest reason why. Lon Ellis gets free, lays it up and in. And now Lon Ellis is in double figures. And the biggest lead of the game for Beckley right here.
And first to 40.
Yep. 11 points, double-digit lead. Jackson lost it. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Princeton. But, yeah, I said that the first team to get to 40 will win. Beckley's like, well, let's call the game now since they got 40 with 151 left in it, right? Jackson, a deep 3. She shot that from Mercer County. And the held ball will keep it with Princeton. But, I mean, that was a long 3. You know, the way they played the new ABA, they give her 4 points for that.
Hey, I know Jackson, she has the green light, but the three-point shot has just not been there for her tonight.
No, and Princeton, you know, when they look back and they watch our replay here, Eric.
5 again.
They're going to look at, you know, they've missed some good looks. They've just missed a ton of shots. And Beckley's defense has had a lot to do with that as play gets a little sloppy. Princeton turns Beckley over. Here's Honaker with a 15-footer. One finally goes in. And we got a whistle. What, we got a timeout? Or no, we got an injured Princeton player. I didn't see what happened. We got an injured player, McCabe. Did you see what happened, Eric?
It was incidental contact.
Yeah.
I mean, Zoe Williams and her were both going.
Yeah. I didn't see what happened. Let's see if we got the replay on that. Yeah, she's already down on the floor. I didn't see it.
Yeah,
they were going for the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really sure
you can see right here we go in slow-mo. Just she came and tried to make a steal, and then both players just collided. Maybe her head
hit the floor there. I couldn't really tell. And now what has been pretty much a well-officiated game, a good game. The tempers are starting to heat up now. And you definitely don't want nobody coming out of the stands, people running onto the court. We definitely don't want that. And I'm not sure what's going on now. The officials are leaving. I'm not sure I don't know if they called the game. I'm not sure what's happening. But you can't have that. Yeah.
Yeah, someone came out of the bleachers.
Yeah. I don't know if they're calling the game. I don't know what's going to happen. You definitely don't want this game to end like this. And I'm looking around, Eric. I don't see any security anywhere. So
I think she hit her head on. I'm not.
It looked like from the replay that we got that she hit her head. And Beckley, the referee's left the court. Beckley's leaving the court, and I'm not sure if what this is, if this is called a official game or what the ruling is. I've never it's my 36-year broadcasting, and I don't see anything about this yet because the SSAC may want to look into this. As you said, Eric, you're talking to our producer, director, may want to keep
here.
it.
It's on the screen.
Yeah, as we watch the play, Zoe Williams is coming up the floor. And it just looked like there was a little contact.
I think right here at the end, nobody's touching her, and she may have hit her head.
Right here, she might have hit her head right there. Yeah. But I guess we need to take a break and find out what's the official word. I've never seen that. The officials ran off the floor, and both teams ran to the locker room. So I'm got to guess, Eric, we're not going to resume the game.
Yeah, I think they called the game.
But I don't know if it's an official game. We'll take a break, and we'll try to figure this out. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Chevy, where they are right.
In the bizarre finish, Eric, and something, like I said, in my 36 years, I have never seen. Beckley leading 40-31 with a minute and a half remaining in the ball game, and there was an incident, as we showed, and we're showing you now, and even the Princeton scorekeeper said he didn't understand why things happened the way they were because it was incidental and just both girls playing hard, and the Princeton girl hit her head, and then all of a sudden, I'm really not sure really what happened as I'm watching the play as you are, people coming out of the stands, and the scores table, as I went over during the break, told me the officials just come and said the game is over. And I spoke with the athletic director from Beckley, Andrew Pinnock. He said doesn't know if it's an official game yet. We have some other officials here in the here at the gym tonight, and they're going to go find out what the actual situation is. But I've never seen anything like this.
Well, I'm guessing for it to be official, both coaches have to agree that?
I don't know, because they said that all the referees told them at the table that was it. So I don't know. I mean, obviously they have the power, but I mean, you would think they would want to finish the game.
Yeah, you would think
so. I mean,
so.
And I don't know the rules, so I don't want to speculate, but the video says it all. And like I said, as we watch it here, it's on your screen. Well, it was on your screen. Let's see if we can get it back. And here's the play in question. And like I said, this looks like a normal basketball play. So it is an official game, and Beckley will get the win.
Well, I've received a few texts, people watching the game. It's just a basketball play.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it.
Right, and right there you can see her head, the young lady, and I couldn't tell who that was for Princeton. Is that McCabe?
Yes, it was Addie McCabe, who had a tremendous game up to that point, by the way.
And her head hit the floor, so the game is called. So the final score is 40-31. Beckley will get the win. Princeton will go to 3-1. Beckley will go to 2-0, and I told you, Eric, the first team to 40 was going to win the game. Just didn't know it was going to end like this.
You're a prophet.
Yes. But anyway, we'll take a break, and we will come back. We'll collect our breath, and we'll come back with the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show after this on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. And Eric, what a bizarre finish with a minute and a half remaining in the game. The game is called as Beckley will win the game. We're told it's an official game. Beckley wins it 40-31. That will put Beckley to 2-0 on the young season. That will drop Princeton to 3-1. And by the way, these two teams will play again in Princeton on February the 2nd. But, you know, for those who've been watching, and we can see if we can pull the replay back up, it's just like a kind of wild, crazy ending. Let's see if we can get it that the officials just called the game with 1:30 left in it. We don't really have any explanation. As you're watching your screen there, Eric, you can see there's Zoe Williams coming back up the floor. McCabe reaches in, looks like to try to get the steal, and I do think they called a foul at the time. And right here, McCabe, right here, she hits her head right there on the floor, and it looked like just a foul. It looked like Zoe Williams was reaching over to get the ball, and it looked like just to be what we see a lot of times in basketball, Eric,
yes,
of all the games that we cover. And then all of a sudden, it looked like, I don't know, I don't really want to speak to it because I really didn't see it. But then all of a sudden, all heck broke loose.
Yeah,
and the officials went over to the table as people started to come out of the stands and get onto the floor. And I don't see any security, no one here to stop anybody from doing it. And then next thing you know is we watched some of it. The Princeton coach unhappy. Beckley coach Neighbors unhappy. Next thing you know, they call the game, and that's that. So, there's a lot more questions and answers, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the thing is, if anyone's watching this, they can see there was nothing malicious by the Beckley player, incidental basketball contact.
Yeah.
Princeton's trying to stop the fast break, maybe trying to foul. I don't think anything at all malicious by Zoe Williams.
So anyway, 40-31. So anyway, we're going to go inside the numbers, and inside the numbers are brought to you by Direct Choice. Direct Choice is located at 4631 Robert C. Byrd Drive. They are a pre-owned vehicle lot. They have the best selection, best prices on all their pre-owned vehicles. Direct Choice is a proud supporter of local sports and student athletes. Also, inside the numbers are brought to you by Allstate Insurance. They're located at Market Road in Beckley. Lori Richmond is the agent. You can dial up Lori at 304-252-8646. You're in good hands with Allstate. Well, you're in good hands with Eric. Eric, you have the numbers of what is a Beckley win that stopped with 1:30 left in the game. They win at 40-31.
Yeah, the difference in the contest was the first and the fourth quarter. Beckley was outscored Princeton 9-3 in the first, and held Princeton to 4 points.
Yeah, 9-4 in the fourth.
9-4 in the fourth. So the difference in the game is that the one thing that Princeton did well in the contest, they went to the free throw line 12 times, Maris, and made 10. They made more free throws than field goals.
Yeah.
They had 8 twos and 1 3 to finish with 31 points. So they were offensively challenged all night. Beckley, out of their 40, they had 2 double-figure scores. They had Donya Burton lead the way with 11 points, and they had Alana Ellis with 10. But Zoe Williams had 9 points, but she really affected the game with her defense, her rebounding, and just the way –
4 block shots.
4 block shots. I mean, just the way she handled herself on the court. So she has 4. Shiloh Mack and Avalon Lynch each hit a three-pointer in the second half to help propel Beckley, who struggled mightily in the first half. And to round out the scoring is Carson Gunner with 4 points for Beckley.
Well, the thing about it is you just hate to see this game or any game end the way this game did. And I do believe that moving forward, both of these teams will get better on the offensive end of the floor. We already know coming in, because we knew that in the preseason, and what Coach Neighbors had already told me, what Coach Smith told me tonight, that both of these teams felt that they were really good on the defensive end of the floor, but they got to get better offensively, and I think that will happen.
Yeah, and I think so as well. And let's hope the young lady is
okay.
Okay for Princeton.
And, for Beckley, Eric, they don't have a lot of time to turn around. They got a road game tomorrow at Riverside. So they don't really have a lot of time to address this. They probably won't have time for a shoot around before they leave. They probably I guess they do have school tomorrow as far as I know, right?
Yes.
It's tomorrow the last day for the holiday break.
Yep.
So they'll have school, and I guess they'll go over a couple things, and then next thing you know, they'll have to get on a bus and go down to play Riverside. And so that's pretty much it. Of course, Beckley, now they're bringing in the paramedics, I see. I didn't realize the young lady was really hurt.
It doesn't take much to have a concussion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that'll wrap things up here from Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. We appreciate Maddie Belcher doing her part in tonight's broadcast. Of course, always Jackie Moon on camera. Of course, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. For my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Beckley beats Princeton 40-31. Beckley's 2-0. Princeton is 3-1. Good night, everybody.